I think we're live. Pretty sure we're live. I never know if we're live or not. I'm just gonna assume we are. So what's going on, guys? James here. Today we're just kind of hanging out. Ooh. All right, that's kind of... All right, 1,000. We're about to hit 1,600 here coming up in a few days. Fun fact, because we're at 1,589, man. That's sweet. We're about to hit 1,600. That's chill. What's up, Giovanni? What's up, Cavis? So I'm just gonna be talking to you guys about stuff today. I'm gonna be looking through some of my my comments section for videos as well. Oh wait, not Ren. Ren isn't in this one. Bucs talk, answering comments, and more. Wonderful. Look at that. Eric, how you doing, man? Good to see you. So I wanted to talk about some stuff today. Just kind of hang out, talk with you guys. So I just recently uploaded a video. Should the Buccaneers trade for a quarterback? So today we're just gonna, hang out, talk about some Bucs stuff. I'm gonna take a look at some of the comments for that. Hopefully that gives us some of these talking points. So the first one that I wanted to address is thoughts on Earl Thomas wanting a new deal or a trade. Could the Bucs be in on him? So a lot like what I said with the whole trading for Nick Foles or trading for Teddy Bridgewater thing, you got to think of like pricing and stuff like that, right? What's it going to cost to get Earl Thomas? I'm actually going to look up real quick Earl Thomas's numbers and whatnot and just kind of gauge what it would cost. And I understand recently, he's upset because he hasn't exactly had the best situation. He wants contract extension. He kind of wants out of Seattle, stuff like that. He's still relatively young. He's 29 years old. I think that's how old TJ Ward was. He might be he might be like a year younger than TJ Ward. But still, I understand what the appeal there is, because it's like, oh, Earl Thomas, he was part of the Legion of Boom. He won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks, he's a 6-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. That's really appealing, 25 interceptions in his career, in 8 years. That's not bad in my opinion. There's a lot of appeal to Earl Thomas. The problem here is with like pricing and what the Seahawks expect out of what kind of, there's a lot of appeal, what kind of price that they would get, like what do the Seahawks want for Earl Thomas? They probably want a lot for Earl Thomas, because if you look at their safety depth chart, they just lost Cam Chancellor. They do have Bradley McDougald, which again, freaking steal, because I love Bradley McDougald. He's so good. But after, like, Earl Thomas is a key part, so whether he's disgruntled or not, he's still pretty valuable. So I think that you would have to give up a lot. I say for Thomas, 2nd or 3rd round pick. Honestly, dude, I think they'd ask for more. I think they'd ask for a first Cavis for sure. There's probably a reason why he hasn't been traded yet. I don't remember if they've accepted any type of, or they've had any types of trade talks yet. That I cannot remember. But just looking, hold on, I'm going to pull up their safety chart. You have Alex Carter, Bradley McDougald. That's good. Bradley McDougald, I think, is pretty good. Earl Thomas, Tedrick Thompson. I don't know a lot about Tedrick Thompson. Avery Young, that's a guard. My bad. You have Earl Thomas still. The safety position would be kind of rough. I mean, Bradley McDougald's a good option. You have Maurice Alexander. Okay, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Maurice Alexander and Bradley McDougald would probably be your starting 2 safeties. So you still want to hold on to some guys. I get that you're kind of trying to rebuild that defense if you're Seattle, but you still want to hold on to some guys. So for the Bucs, I think you'd have to give up. I think you'd have to give up some. He would come at a price. Is he worth the risk? It all depends on his injury history. Just taking a look at some of his stats, especially more recently. So, the first, I want to say 6 years. Is it 6? The first 6 years of his career, he played all 16 games. In his past 2 years, he's played in 11 in 2016 and then 14 in 2017. I don't think the money's an issue. I think if the Bucs were to make a trade for him, they'd give him the contract extension that he would want. I could see why you would have some injury concern issues, but he has proven 6 years out of his last 8 that he was healthy, so it's possible. It's just all a situation of how can he stay healthy recently. You know, what have you done for me recently? And recently he's missed, what, 7 games in the past 2 years? That could be rough. You know, and that could be the difference between making the playoffs and not making the playoffs, you know, and it would definitely be a factor. Answering some other questions here. So, with Winston suspended, how do you think we will do? Honestly, I'm not worried about it. I can understand why you'd be worried about it, you know, why people are worried about it. You know, it's our franchise guy. Again, I just made a video talking about, oh, should the Bucs trade for a quarterback? My ultimate decision on that is no on Nick Foles. They're going to ask for too much. For Teddy Bridgewater, if you want to, I think you can maybe try and swing like a 6th round pick, but I wouldn't go higher than a 6th round pick and like maybe a backup lineman. But how do I think we're going to do? Honestly, I think we'll be fine. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's been in this league for 13 years. He's proven he can have good games when he needs to. Even last year, he went 2-1 for us. Again, granted, I don't remember who that was against, but let me actually look it up. I need to look it up. I need to look at, yeah. I know obviously it's very different. He's playing 3 very different teams this year than he did last year. I know that. I think he had played, I do not remember who he had played. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Come on. So yeah, he played against the Falcons, the Dolphins, and the Jets most recently, and the Cardinals. So, you know, I mean, the games last year, you know, he played against the Dolphins and the Jets and the Falcons. You know, 3 of those were, you know, 2 of those were wins, 1 of those were losses. That's nice, but, you know, imagine comparing, a 3-game stretch of the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Falcons to a 3-game stretch of the Saints, then the Philadelphia Eagles, then the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's a big difference, but still, it doesn't. He did beat NFL teams, so you know I still think he'll be a very viable option for sure, I think he'll be fine. I just saw it'll be released J.R. Sweezy. Oh, breakout year for everyone. Breakout year for everyone? I'm okay with that. I agree. Let's see. I know it's a while away, but chances Bucs go after Bell next offseason. Right, so there's a lot of talk, especially recently, of like, since Le'Veon Bell didn't sign a contract extension recently, you know, he's going to have to play on the tag. I think Bell is going to end up staying with the Steelers, if I'm being honest. I think he's not going to leave. If he did, even then, I don't see the Bucs going for him because you just got Ronald Jones, and they do like Peyton Barber. Granted, it might be an entirely different coaching staff next year, depending on how things go, and a different GM, but you just invested a 2nd-round pick in Ronald Jones, and you do have to get extensions out for guys like Jameis Winston, guys like Ali Marpet, Quan Alexander, Donovan Smith, so I don't really think you're going to have the money necessarily to go for Le'Veon Bell unless you want to go ahead and clear up somebody's big contract like a Deshaun Jackson, or maybe even a Vinny Curry or a JPP down the line, but if that doesn't happen, then I don't expect them to go to Le'Veon Bell. Mike Smith, though, would he fit the system? I had high hopes for TJ Ward, and look what happened. Yeah, I think he'd be a little disgruntled. I think he'd be a little disgruntled about rotating. Too much hate on Winston. I think we will be okay. I think we'll be fine. Our off-season, next season, Le'Veon Bell should be the main target. Let's make him the highest-paid running back. I don't think that the Bucs would hesitate to do that. I just don't think it's... I think he's going to join the Steelers. I think they're going to agree to some type of deal later on down the line, and he's just going to end up staying with them. It is what it is. What's up, Dub? One of the best names on YouTube, Dub. Did you get tickets to any of the games? Not yet. I'm planning on getting tickets, though. I'll be going to a lot of games and going to all the training camp days. It should be fun. Get Jameis relatively cheap because of his actions. Had to pay Quan well, then all the rest of the money should go to Bell. Should go to hell. Yeah, I should go to Bell. I mean, at that point, you wouldn't be extending Marpet. You wouldn't be extending Smith. And I think you should probably extend at least one of them. And if I had to pick between the two, I'd pick Marpet. I think you should at least extend Marpet. If you don't want to pay Donovan Smith big-time tackle money, I get that. And that's fine. But you gotta extend Marpet. I say you can maybe get Jameis for the cheap. The problem with that is you know, Jameis is gonna know what other team, Jameis and his camp are gonna know what other guys are gonna pay him too. They'd probably pay him a lot. There's a lot of teams out there that would want Jameis Winston despite all of his off-field concerns. So I still think he's going to command a lot of money. Quan should probably command some good money, and Marpet should command good money. As you know, Quan deserves it, and so does Marpet. Jameis, he's just more going to be a circumstance of, you know, good luck in his favor for contract negotiations. Sean, I'm with you. I'm behind our QB. That's my quarterback TO interview. This isn't Jameis Winston highlight video. Where am I? Oh my goodness. He seemed to have good chemistry with Djax last year. Fitz is solid on short pass accuracy, although his long ball is a wobble mess. That's okay. We don't... It's not like Dirk Cutter likes to throw deep balls or anything. You know how it is. Forget about Marpet. Oh, no. Oh, no. But I like Marpet. He's chill. Hey, James. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing wonderful, Jay. How are you? Austin, hello. Austin, I saw you like one of my latest Instagram photos recently. Thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate you helping me out on the gram. I don't really know what to do with my Instagram account lately. The Mrbucsnation one. It's just kind of like there. It's chill though. It's chill. We're approaching 1,600 subscribers. You know. That's exciting. Let's see. How do you feel about Randy Moss' comments on Jabu? Well, let me look up those comments real quick. Randy Moss, Jameis Winston. Let's look up some of his. Let's look up some of his stuff here. So let's see. Let's see. Hold on. All right, not this. Hold on. He's doing things right. It's a bump in the road, Moss said. Man, just continue to fight. It happens. What he did was wrong. There was a woman involved, so I'm not going to get into all that. Fair. What he did was wrong. Fair. He, you know, it is what it is. He knows he was wrong. I assume so. I think it's up for him as a man to understand what he did wrong, live and learn from it, and let it go. Yeah. That makes sense to me. That sounds like exactly what he needed to say. That sounds like exactly what he needed to say. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, he's doing things right. Yeah, you know, he's trying to just kind of ignore it now. That's kind of the best thing you need to do. It's a bump in the road. Continue, just keep on. Basically, what Moss is saying is just put your head down and work. And yeah, I have no problems with that at all. That is what it is. I think it's fine. Who do you think will have a breakout year this year? If I had to pick one guy who would have a breakout year this year, it's gotta be somebody who hasn't done anything, right? Does Caleb Bennett? Caleb Benenoch, I guess. Yeah, Caleb Benenoch's a name that might be something. Maybe Vernon Hargraves. Maybe. Justin Evans is a popular option. I'll go with Justin Evans. I like Justin Evans a lot. I think, like, and I know he's already really good for the Bucs, but I think he'll break into something as more of, like, a NFL breakout. You know what I mean? Where, like, the entirety of the NFL maybe starts to notice him a little bit more. That'd be my pick for a breakout for sure. That's the thing. We release Winston, hypothetically, and another team signs him. Why is it okay for another team to sign a guy we released because of off-field issues? It's weird. It's just how other teams view it, you know. Some teams don't like certain off-field things. Other teams don't care as much. You know, they just say, we'll run the risk, you know. It just depends on how risky you want to be with your moves, you know. Another team would scoop Winston up in a second. People forget that stuff happened 2 years ago. Yeah, good point, Sean. Yeah, another team would. I guarantee you there's a lot of teams who would take Jameis Winston at this point. For sure. For sure. Name a team that would outpay us for Jameis. The Dolphins. The Dolphins definitely would. I could totally see the Dolphins outpaying for him. The Bills, maybe. I mean, the guy's a former #1 overall pick who hasn't sucked recently. I mean, like, stat-wise, you've been not bad. I got all the teams pulled up here. Maybe the Raiders. Maybe the Raiders. I don't really know how much I don't really know how much John Gruden likes Derek Carr. Well, please tell me how you feel about Brandon Cook's big pay and how the other top wide receivers whacked. Oh, right. I need to do that because I saw his contract. I think it was like 81 years or 81 years. He's there until he dies. I think it was like 81 divided by 5. Hold on. Yeah, like $16 million, something like that. That's crazy money, dude. For Brandon Cooks, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. But back to the original thing. Denver Broncos. Oh, Denver Broncos would definitely take Jameis Winston. I could see... not the Texans. Not the Chiefs. Not the Cardinals. Maybe the Colts? Colts might take Jameis. Dolphins would definitely take Jameis. Bengals would take Jameis. Chargers would maybe take Jameis. Maybe. Bears are iffy. The Bears are iffy. They traded a lot for Mitchell Trubisky. I don't think that they're going to get rid of him that soon. In the hypothetical that Winston just immediately gets ousted, you know, like tomorrow. For Brandon Cook's payday, though, I do think he's overpaid. If I was the Rams, I probably would have spent that money elsewhere. Like, I don't know with Todd Gurley. I don't know how locked up Todd Gurley is. I probably would have locked up Todd Gurley. I don't think the Jets would take him, Cavis. They just got Sam Darnold. Yeah. But, yeah, there's some teams out there. But for the Brandon Cooks thing, I think he's overpaid, and it's just another... I don't think... Is he the highest paid wide receiver right now? Highest paid NFL wide receivers. Is he the highest paid? I have no idea. He might be. No. No. Mike Evans is 16.5. So he's like number 3 or number 4. That's not bad. But it's just another top wide receiver getting paid. On your special teams video, I mentioned about Tom Tupa being quarterback originally. Mark Royals, our previous punter to Tom, used to do fake punts. Tupa never once faked. I find that odd. Yeah. A lot of people did not like the kicker and punter picks for that one, surprisingly. Not a lot. A couple people didn't like it. So it's whatever. I hope we get to see a little bit of Griffin. We should get to see a little bit of Griffin, for sure. Jameis has playoff quarterback stats, but never had a complete team. That's true. Oh, Pats probably would. Bengals, they'll start Dalton all the way to the playoffs, then put Winston in and break the curse for him. Could happen. Do you think we'll see a lot of Ryan Griffin? I think we should. I think we should get to see a lot of Ryan Griffin. I mean, if there's any point where we would get to see a lot of Ryan Griffin, now would be the time, for sure. Jameis needs to realize all eyes are on him, and he no longer has the benefit of the doubt when it comes to anything he does or says that can be even slightly viewed as negative. Sad but true. Yeah, that's the sad truth to it. At least right now, you know, that's the way things are. He's kind of gonna have to play it extremely safe. If I was Jameis, I wouldn't talk to a lot of people. I just wouldn't talk to a lot of people. I'd talk to my immediate family members. I would talk to my fiance. I would just hang out. I'd probably talk to his teammates, obviously, and obviously everybody involved with the team. But outside of that, I probably wouldn't keep a good group. I probably wouldn't keep a lot of friends during this time. I'd play it safe, man. I'd play it safe. You know, I'd be like a shun-in, you know? That's how I would play it. Who do you think will not perform this year? Like, team-wise or player-wise, like, for the Bucs? If we're thinking of, like, a team who won't perform to their expectations, I'd probably have to go with, like, the Titans. Because I think they're going to step down a little bit. Probably the Titans. Now, if we're talking about a player on the Buccaneers who probably won't perform, man, it's so bad being negative about something, but like probably one of our safeties. I don't think maybe Chris Conte might not perform this year. I don't know. It's so easy to pick on Chris Conte. I mean, it could be Hargraves. It could be Hargraves. I don't think Hargraves won't perform this year, but I think it's definitely possible. Let's now put James on the trade block. No, I don't think he's on the trade block. Griffin has one more shot to make it. How he's still on the team has baffled me for years. He must be magic in practice. Yeah, Ren was saying the other day, Ren from the Petercast was saying how in practices, you know, Griffin looked almost as good, if not better, at certain points than Jameis. So, and the coaching staff loves him. You know, they've had him on and off, or they've had him on this roster for a couple years for some reason. You know, I don't know. The most irritating part of last season was the pathetic run game. Yeah, Doug Martin did not perform well. That was rough. That was rough. Can you do a video on players trying to make the roster at the start of the preseason? Yeah, like guys on the roster bubble, like players I think are going to be on the roster bubble. Yeah, I can do that. I have a lot of stuff planned. I'm going to all the training camp days. I'm actually check my email. I'll tell you guys which ones I'm going to. Let me see. Hold on, let me go to my trash real quick. I think I deleted it. Yeah, I totally did. Let's see. Or did I put it in my YouTube-related emails? I might have put it in my YouTube-related emails. I did not. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. It's in the trash can somewhere. I know that. I asked for training camp tickets. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Your order confirmation. All right. So, I will announce in a second where I'm going. But yeah, Kavis, I can do a video on that. Do you think there will be some Djax drama if Godwin comes in and takes snaps away from Djax if Djax struggles this year? I think it's possible. Djax could take his anger out and like talk to the media about it. It's possible. I don't think he will. I hope not, but it's possible. Mike Smith will not perform as defensive coordinator. I see the new D-line coach taking over. I'm calling it. Oh my. Oh my. If you can meet any player from the team, who would you want to meet? Well, Chris Conte, because a lot of people say we look alike. For sure, Chris Conte. Yeah. Or, you know what, maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick. No, but seriously, if I had to pick, like, Ali Marpet. Ali Marpet's kind of cool. Maybe Gerald McCoy or Donovan Smith. There's a lot of people I'd like to meet. I hope I can meet a lot of them at training camp, but there's a lot of people. But if I had to pick one... why you do this to me? Brent Grimes. I'll pick Brent Grimes, because I already met Brent Grimes at some point, so I'd want to meet him again and just say what's up. His wife is funny. He's funny. He's a cool dude. CX in the chat. What's up, man? How are you? The running game was bad, so was the pass rush in the secondary. Yeah, we were just not a very good team last year, were we? We were just pretty bad. Name a surprise player not to make the 53-man roster. Oh, a surprise player, huh? Dang, that's rough. Does Josh Robinson? No, he's probably gonna make the roster. Surprise player, huh? Like, how big of a surprise are we talking? Like, a big surprise? Or like a little surprise? I don't know, man. Maybe like Ryan Griffin. Maybe that's a surprise. Or like Ryan Fitzpatrick, one of those guys. I don't know. Do you have any concerns with both the rookie cornerbacks we drafted being very flag happy in college? No. No, I'm fine with it. I get that they're very physical type of guys and they draw a lot of flags and whatnot. I'm okay with that. I think it's just like something that it's easily fixable, you know? So I think it'd be fine. Adonis Alexander. Oh, I wanted Adonis Alexander, but, you know, would have cost us a 6th rounder, so I don't know. Who was the guy that the Giants gave up a 3rd for? Was it Beal? I think it was something Beal. Giants gave up a 3rd for that guy. That was crazy. JPP won't live up to expectations because we've been waiting for another Simeon Rice for so long, and although JPP is super talented, he's not Rice. Look at how some disrespect McCoy. He's a top 5 defensive tackle. McCoy's like a top 3 defensive tackle, man. You know. What's up, Blue Boater? Right on, man. Cool name. Any Any predictions on free agent edition before or during camp? You know what sucks? I wanted DeMarco Murray, and he retired. And he ruined all my fun. He freaking retired. Oh, that made me so annoyed. But top 3 and he still didn't make the 100. Yeah, I know. So, okay, if I had to make any predictions for a free agent edition, I would say some type of safety. Maybe an Eric Reed or a Kenny Vaccaro. That would be my expectation, or a prediction even. For sure. For sure. Who do you feel will start MJ or Carlton? Man, it's so different. Right now, I don't know. I'd have to pick Carlton Davis probably, just because he has kind of a better situation than MJ. MJ kind of has to fight, you know, they're both fighting Hargraves technically, but I think Carlton has it a little bit easier because he's tall and he kind of has that build as an outside corner. You know, as of right now, one of Stewart's things is he's labeled as a slot corner right now, and that's where Hargraves excels. So Davis has a little bit of an easier time, so I'd have to say him. I don't know. I'm just going to approve that comment because I think that's hilarious. How mad do you think HBO is that they didn't have Tampa this year with all this drama? Hard Knocks would be raking in hella views. Oh, yeah, they would. They would. Isn't Trey Boston still out there? Yeah, Trey Boston's another guy out there, for sure. It's funny. A video I made months ago talking about all these free agent safety options, and they're still out there. So, you know. Ryan Fitzpatrick was 2-1 last year, while Jameis was 4-9. Yeah, but I'm sure if Fitzpatrick played as many games, you know, it might have been different. Who knows? Who knows? Let's not forget that Deshaun Jackson has a small penis. I don't know how you know that, man. I don't want to know. That's strange. What rookie are you most excited to watch play? Oh, easy answer, right? Ronald Jones. That's an easy answer. I'm going to be watching him all throughout training camp. Easy. Will Brendan Grimes' body last throughout the season? He gets hurt every year. Actually, I want to take a look at that real quick. Okay, let's take a look at that. I want to take a look at Brendan Grimes. So I know he gets dinged up in games, I get it. But, like, how many games has he missed? That's a good question. Let's see. So, he's been with the team for 2 years. And he played all 16 games in 2016, and then he missed 3 in 2017. But I get what you're saying. He gets dinged up a lot, and that's understandable. I think he'll be fine. He might not... I could see a lot of looks where he might not have to be on the field as much, so you can kind of reserve him for whenever you really need him. Because you have a lot of quarterback depth now, so I feel that he'll be fine. Jones has the talent to be Rookie of the Year. He does, and he's also in a kind of pretty decent situation to get a lot of carries. Who do you think was the best draft pick we got? I mean, my personal favorite draft pick was Carlton Davis, but the overall best draft pick we got is probably Vita Vea. That guy's scary. He's a beast. And the talk's kind of quieted down on him. I think we'll be talking a lot about him as training camps go on in preseason and whatnot. I think he's gonna look pretty dominant. Who would you trade for at quarterback if you had to trade Jameis? Okay, so this is assuming, like, okay, Jameis is gone, we have to trade for somebody. If I had to make a trade for somebody, I'd probably trade for, like... This is a reasonable trade, right? I'm not going to do, like, a crazy trade. I'd probably trade for, like, Tyrod Taylor or something. That's fair. I'd probably trade for Tyrod Taylor. I like Tyrod Taylor. I said we trade a 4th-round pick for Tom Brady. Oh, if only it was that easy. Brendan Grimes is not our problem. I don't think he is. I'd trade for, like, a Tyrod Taylor, something like that. I'm just taking a look at teams here. Who else has people? Bengals? No, not really. I might trade for... Nah, I was going to say Sam Bradford. I might trade for Jacoby Brissett from the Colts. I might consider doing that. I wouldn't trade for Nick Foles. I think you could trade for Brissett oh my gosh, I don't remember who I was thinking of. I think you could trade for Brissett. Oh my gosh, why is it eluding me? I don't remember. But I think you can get a reasonable trade for certain quarterbacks. Maybe, I don't know, Derek Carr. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. Phillip Rivers, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Trade for Eric Weddle? I don't think we're going to trade for Eric Weddle. Great player, too. Yeah. Yeah. Tom Brady's a great player. We can just trade a fourth for Tom Brady, hopefully. Maybe the bad secondary play in 2016 made me think Grimes wasn't there. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it, Garvey. It's understandable. And the thing with Grimes is you are right. Last year, he did get dinged up a lot. And then for 2016, like, he was there. He had a pretty productive season. I think he made the Pro Bowl. I'm, like, pretty sure he made the Pro Bowl that year. I think a lot of the focus for 2016 was on Hargraves. So we kind of forgot how good Brent Grimes really is. It happens for us. I wish Tampa Bay... I wish Teddy Bridgewater was available for us. Not like the Jets are going to use him. Teddy Bridgewater is a beast. I somewhat agree. I hope Fitzpatrick and Griffin can do good. I think they will. So yeah, just to update you guys, I will be at training camps. I will be going to the training camp Sunday, July 29th, Saturday, August 4th, Tuesday, August 7th, Saturday, August 11th, Tuesday, August 14th, and then Wednesday, August 22nd. I will be going to all those training camp days, so I hope to see all of you there. Should be fun. Should have a great time. I'm just going to answer a couple more questions here, then I'm going to peace out, because we've been going for a half hour now, so this should be fun. Let's break the ice. Let's get Cap and call it a day. Hey, why not, you know? Expectations for Cap of the entire starting O-line. Doug suffered from bad line plays, so let's see what he can do. I hope that Kappa can do good. My expectations for Kappa right now, my immediate expectations are for him to be the backup right guard behind Caleb Benenoch. Eventually, I hope he turns into something if he impresses. During training camps and preseason, he could end up being the starter. I expect the offensive line to be improved because you just brought in Ryan Jensen. You moved Marpet back to guard, and even better, he's next to Donovan Smith now, so that alleviates some of the pressure off him. You're going to get DeMar Dodson back healthy, hopefully. So it should be an improved offensive line, yeah. We run a very straightforward West Coast offense, run up the middle play action, then oh dub. Oh no. Name the Bucs that make the Pro Bowl this year. McCoy, David, Grimes, Evans, and that might be it. Maybe Brait. Yeah, five Pro Bowlers is not bad. What's up, Stacy? King Stacy, how are ya? Question, am I the only one who thinks Godwin should start over Humphries? I love Humphries, but Godwin's a beast. Oh, yeah, Godwin's going to be starting over Humphries easily. Easily. Anyone going to SmackDown on the 31st? Well, I might now. Cavis. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you so much for watching this kind of shorter live stream. I really do appreciate it. You know, I'm going to be uploading a video soon. What the topic is on, that's just going to be a mystery for now. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy, and as always, I will see you in the next live stream or the next video. But until then, goodbye for now, guys, and as always, and forever, go Bucs.